All right, guys. So this is the not a box project video as well. I'm just gonna do a quick example, okay? These are just some things that are around the art room. You guys probably have scissors, probably have some tape at home, some kind of markers. If you have some papers, you know, maybe even different colored papers. If you have glue, that'll work as well. If you have a box, this is just a box I found around the room, but you can use any box that you want. If you're going to use hot glue or the hot glue sticks, make sure that you're being really careful because they do get pretty hot, pretty warm, so you can have your parents help you out if you're going to be doing this, okay? Okay, so sometimes you might want to just use a marker to cut out or to make lines of things you might want to cut out. I'm thinking I want to envision this to be like a little monster, and this is going to be the mouth of my monster. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side, except for here I'm going to draw the lines kind of like this, so they're going to be almost about the same. Okay, and those lines I'm going to cut out with the scissors. So I'm going to use the scissors to cut these. Remember to be careful when you're cutting. Make sure that you are cutting away from you. So you can see right there when you cut out a shape. Don't throw that away. Just keep it because you might use it for something else. Okay? Remember, cut away from you. Okay? Remember, keep your hands kind of away from the scissors. So I'm just cutting out some of these shapes. Notice how I move my hand away and put it on the side. That way I don't accidentally cut it, okay? So there I have the top part. Okay, so this will be the top part of it. Okay, so I'm going to make those be like teeth. I'm going to turn around and do the same thing on this side. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you don't follow the lines, that's okay. So it's always a good idea to kind of draw what you're going to cut so you think about what it's going to look like. Okay, remember, don't throw those away because you can then use them for something else. All right, so there we go. That's going to be like the mouth. It's going to be like the mouth of my box. Like I said, I kind of want it to be like a monster, so I'll keep it. I might actually keep these flaps on the outside and then these flaps on the inside. I don't know, maybe I can make these into arms, or maybe these could be like the ears that go here. And maybe I can add some of these. Maybe I can glue them up here. Okay, something you can do too is if I wanted this, for example, if I wanted this part to be the color green, you can put your box like this on top of the paper and then trace out the shape that you're gonna need. So I can go like this, put it right there, and the paper does come up to here, and oops, you can trace on the back side of it that same shape, and then it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but down here you can then trace that line as well. That way you know what size of the shape you're going to have on your paper. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's what I'm going to put up here, okay? So I'm going to cut out. Remember, make sure that you're cutting away from you when you're using the materials. And since this is paper, you can just use glue or you can use the hot glue. Remember, don't throw this away because you can use that somewhere else. So let's say that I want to put this up here on top. Okay, if we're going to use tape, you can. If you want to use glue, you can. It's really up to you. Or if you want to use the hot glue, you can also do it as well, okay? And I'm going to see if this is on. I don't even know if I turned it on. Didn't really feel. All right, so I'll come back with that. I'll just use some tape for the meantime. If you don't want to see the tape, you can loop it on the back. So you get a piece out, tear it off, turn it around, make a loop like this, so the tape can be on the back. That's if you have tape. If you don't have glue, you can use that instead. Or if you have a stapler, you can use a stapler as well. And I would just put it on the sides, on the corners, I mean. Just a little bit of tape, loop it, like that. Okay, or you can use the glue as well. I'm going to use a little bit of both. Alright, so if you're going to use glue, remember you want to turn it. Make sure that the tip is open. Just put a few dots. You don't need a whole lot of glue, just enough so that it makes connection. You can do like this, little dots. You could also put a little bit of glue in the middle, just as long as it makes a good connection, okay? Alright, so we're going to put this on top, like this. And this will be the top of my monster here. Now, I can keep this if I wanted to, or I can change it.